Hello Queens, we are going to just jump right into this video. It is something I have been contemplating whether I wanted to make a video about or not, but I need to talk about it. It's something that is not only affecting me, it's affecting everybody in the community, and by the title of the video, you already know what we're talking about. We're talking about the Jussie Smollett incident, the whole thing being a hoax, and girl, this has taken me on a whole nother level of angry than the actual attack itself. Okay, so if you're on Twitter, you're watching the news, you're staying up to date on all of the events, you know that Jussie Smollett got attacked in Chicago, filming his show Empire, and he had to be brought to the hospital. I'm not going to go into the full backstory in this video. If you want to watch that video and all my thoughts on the actual attack, the link will be in the description below. This is specifically for the hoax part of it. Because he was an A-list celebrity, it made news, it made headlines, and the whole thing was blown up. Now, to hear that he was crying wolf about this whole situation, the attackers were from Empire. They were extras on the show. He may or may not have paid for the whole thing. It's just 100% looking like this was a setup, this was a hoax, and none of this really happened. And this aggravates me because he not only lied about getting attacked and, you know, had all these people involved that probably had better things to do than to investigate something that actually didn't happen, but he now has discredited anything else involving the Black community, involving the LGBT community in the future to happen. People are just going to think that it's another cry wolf situation. We're not going to be taken seriously. As a Black African American and a member of the LGBT community, I go around getting affected by this personally. And for something of this caliber to be blown up like this, come back as a lie, it not only affects my communities, but it also affects me personally. About a year ago, was in my college bathroom, just happened to walk in, was using the bathroom as every other person does. And as this person walked out of the bathroom, he just made this comment of nigger and walked out. Now, I don't use that word at all. I think it's a disgusting word. I don't care if it's in a rap song. I don't care if you are Black and using it to another Black person. I just think the whole word together is disgusting and it shouldn't be used. Now, I was literally just walking into the bathroom, not doing anything, minding my own business. I don't even talk to nobody in the bathroom. And out of nowhere, he just calls me a nigger. Now, that wasn't a physical attack, but that was a mental attack. That was an attack that wasn't necessary. I wasn't doing anything. Not only do I have to deal with the criticism, with the attacks on a Black community level, I also have to deal with that on an LGBTQ community level as well. And there was one time a coworker of mine literally called me a faggot. Now, the context isn't relevant in this video. Regardless, I don't care who you are, the N-word and the F-word is two of the most disgusting words you could ever say. Needless to say, that girl was instantly blocked from every social media there was out there. Her number was blocked. I was like, I'm done. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and deal with being attacked just for being LGBT. The most problem I have with this whole hoax situation is that now he's discrediting every single person that has to deal with this on a personal level for real. Not for a hoax, not for a Hollywood laugh, not for making Twitter headlines. What is to say the next person that comes out isn't a hoax? What is to say the next person after that coming out isn't a hoax? So you see the problem here? One person having a hoax is then leading on to everybody else having a hoax when it's actually a real thing. I don't think he was thinking that, and doing that is doing more harm than any good in LGBT as well as the Black community. There are so many things each and every community in the United States of America have to deal with on a personal level, on a global level, a community level, and I mean every single nationality, race, whatever you are, you have a certain classification that you're thrown in, or you have a certain stigma against you. This just doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense of why someone would be this stupid just to further hurt his community. And probably speaking out to the whole community of the Black community and the LGBT community, this was not needed. Nor is anything of this caliber being a hoax needed in the future. And when something like this does happen, don't just brush it aside thinking that it's not a real thing. Because things like this happen all of the time. They're just not talked about because it's just a regular Joe Schmo walking down the street. This is honestly more of a problem that he faked the thing than it being a real attack.